What's up? This is Triple Beam coming at you from Acapulco Garden, Botanical Garden, Jardin de Botanico. Look at that view. Trying to figure out where I'm going here. But anyways, to all my hustlers out there, right? I gave up that life selling drugs, selling coke, selling E's, selling pounds of weed. Getting away from all of that to live here. So long story short, I'm gonna tell you what happened was my family are Cambodian refugees. They came from Cambodia and I'm the first generation here. I came from a broken family. My mom barely fed me. So I had to rely on my uncle, which was my father figure. He was OG TRG, Tiny Rascal Gang from Long Beach that was handling basically the East Coast with weed trafficking. He showed me the ropes when I was 15 and I started selling E's, large amounts of ecstasy pills, and I've been through a lot with that, with getting set up later on in life with the feds and my friends. No joke. I was, fast forward, when I was 16, I was selling over millions of dollars worth of ecstasy pills. In 2008, I had friends that were doing heroin. And I'm not going to say who, but this was a huge impact in my life because it taught me not to trust anybody anymore. And when my friend got caught with his OCs, he decided to rat and set me up with feds, which I got caught up in Pelham, New Hampshire for. I was on the news. I got my friend caught up in it. I was on the newspapers. And during this time, my uncle, he had gone back to jail for another 10 years. And all through this time, he was like my father mentor because my dad was never there for me. I gotta make sure I don't fall. My mom barely fed me. My dad was never there for me. So I grew up in a broken ass home. And I was starving as a kid, so I decided to sell drugs. And it's not a good feeling to have nothing. Nothing for Christmas, nothing. Cold Christmases, they say. I had cold Christmases when my friends had everything from their parents, right? Mind you, this is early 2000s, mid 2000s. So I sold drugs and graduated to cocaine. Fast forward, my uncle got out of jail finally, and we were moving pounds. And I graduated to coke, which he didn't. He wasn't a part of, although he was in the 80s, but selling drugs taught me a lot, but it is negative and it's a lot of toe stepping. You gotta handle your ops. You feel me? You gotta handle your ops. So I, ended up being one of the biggest drug dealers out of my area, weight-wise. Whatever weight I was pushing, that shit, I bypassed a lot of motherfuckers. So people couldn't handle my weight. So I started buying cars. Y'all hear that? I'm in the motherfucking jungle right now. Yo. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. This can't be it. I think I went the wrong way. But long story short, I started buying cars, luxury shit. A lot of drama that comes in with this game, a lot of deaths. I got a lot of friends that died, man. I'm not talking about the people who I grew up with, just business people moving weight. And I realized that I was bigger than some of the street motherfuckers, the real gangbangers. But they were just out there for gangbanging. It wasn't just weight. I was more of a business motherfucker, So you got a lot of that jealousy out of the hood. When I was more of the business because I had crossed, I crossed sets for money, which isn't illegal because, you know what I mean? But long story short, my uncle had moved about $1 million worth of weed from Las Vegas and was killed for that in 2019. So that was a huge impact in my life because there was some crossovers and he stepped on my toes with my connections, which I didn't talk to him about before he died, but there were a few issues that we were going through. Because he saw that how big I was getting. So he decided to take my connections to sell his pounds. So So when I cut him off, he died because somebody put a hit on him. And I'm still trying to find out who. But there's a lot of shit going on and drama. That comes in with the game, on top of the money and the power. But one thing is, I survived off of this for so goddamn long. For 20 years I sold drugs and lived off of it and thrived off of it. And now I'm done. Now it's over with. Wow, look at that. Yeah, so anyways, fast forward, you know, I'm playing my cards right for all these years. And I'm thinking, I gotta get the fuck out of the game before somebody fucking rats. Which is exactly what I did. Because I had a feeling somebody's gonna rat one of these days. But look at me now. Check it out over here. I don't know what the fuck's going on over here. fucking beautiful here. I wish I had some weed. Hola. I don't know where this goes. This is crazy. Hola. But long story short is, I decided to get out of the fucking game because I'm sick and tired of all the drama and just buying shit and loading up with shit and rinse and repeat type of shit. Same drama, same money, same people, same niggas that I deal with. So I decided to get out of the game, man. Look at that view.
Ándale, pues.
But anyways, I was gonna tell everybody, every hustler, that at the end of the day, right, that money coming in and you whipping that Mercedes, right? But we living like we're looking over our shoulders. There's ops everywhere. I still got ops. So at the end of the day, right, you can move whatever you want to move, but what's the ending? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna buy a house. You know what I'm saying? When does it stop? Never. There's no peacefulness behind it. So whatever y'all do, you gotta be safe about it. And keep that to yourselves, because you can never tell nobody. Because if you tell somebody how much you're worth, then the jealousy sets in. People treat you differently. I've seen it many times. That's why I had to keep my mouth shut with what I was raking in every week, every month. Because people turn around and say, yo, you make this certain amount of money, either you get used for it or there's jealousy behind it. So there's no peacefulness behind this unless you shut the fuck up. You can't tell nobody what you've been through or what you're worth, if that makes sense. So you just gotta shut the fuck up. And when you live like that for so long, it eats at you because you can't say nothing. Or you can't put your money in a house because the feds, do certain checks or shit like that. Like, you just gotta keep your shit in a mattress, basically. And when you live like that for so fucking long, you get sick and tired of that shit. You get sick and tired of that shit. You can't tell your family how you make money. You can't tell your friends how you make money. Besides your business people. And even then, sometimes your family gets jealous. So there's a lot of shit to it. There's a lot of stepping on toes on that end too. So when that happens, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of all that shit. So I left Acapulco. I mean, I left Boston. I'm from Lowell, Massachusetts, so I left that shit. But I was gonna say, when you're in this game for so long, it's like an addiction. You're addicted to that money, to that fast life, to that style, that lifestyle. And that's what happened, because I kept doing it, because there was no way out for me. There was no way out. People depended on me. I depended on it. People needed my money. People needed the reinvestments. So what you need to do as an out, right? If you got all that money you sitting on, no matter what it is, right? You got to take that money out the US and invest in something. So that is what I'm doing. I'm opening up a cafe. I'm recycling that money into something that I can show for. Because in the US, you can't show for this shit, or else the feds will be on your ass. So I decided to take my money out the US, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. But that's what it is you gotta beat that craving to get back into life. That's what it is. You gotta beat that hustling, that addiction to selling them drugs. I was pushing kilos, man, for a lot of important people. They were relying on me, I was relying on them. For that money flow, for the product to move, man. And who I was dealing with through my journeys, I met one guy to this guy. And I met one of the top motherfuckers from my state too. So think about that, like the scale of everything. And when that life comes fast, man, and you're living on the sidelines, that shit gets at you. So if you want to get out of the game, that's one thing. You got to move your money where it counts, where that money will be working for you. You got to move that money fast. So that's why I move my money outside. I'll be moving to Vietnam on March 20th. So how the fuck? I think I went the wrong way. So I'm moving to Da Nang, guys. I didn't tell y'all that. I'm moving to Da Nang on the 20th of March. So I got a few weeks left here. I've been in Acapulco since last May. So I've been here for like 10 months. But I am opening up a cafe in Da Nang, Vietnam. That's top tier. That's my business, by the way. Top tier distribution. So I think that's it. That shit was dope. I love the city, but I gotta go. It's getting way too expensive here. The inflation is affecting Acapulco because every time I go food shopping, that shit goes up every fucking week. So I gotta go somewhere to invest my money and then save at the same time where it's cheap. So I chose Da Nang, Vietnam. So I'll be there. I'll let you guys know when I go. But that's gonna be a whole nother thing. That's gonna be a whole nother series, a whole nother part of my life. So I will let you guys know when that happens. But yeah, this is it for now. I'll let you guys go. Subscribe, like, get on my shit, man. This is self-help. This is travel. This is eating. This is everything. So like and share. Thank you.